Hi guys, Liam here from Back to the Console, and I've got the 4 pilots that are woodland animals flying polygons. That's right, Star Fox on the Super Nintendo. Hope you enjoy this review. When Star Fox launched on the Super Nintendo in 1993, it was like Nintendo had opened a portal to the future. Thanks to the Super FX chip, suddenly we had real-time 3D graphics on a home console. Back then, people looked at this and thought, this is incredible. However, looking at it today, it's like watching a documentary filmed entirely with traffic cones. Every ship, enemy and asteroid is made from about 6 polygons, yet somehow your brain fills in the blanks and before you know it, you're saving the galaxy with what looks like a flying Toblerone. Oh my! The story is peak Nintendo. An evil scientist called Andros has taken over the Lilith system, so naturally the military decides the best solution is to send a fox, a rabbit, a frog and a pheasant in fighter jets. Not one human in sight. Imagine if NASA announced tomorrow that the next moon mission will be crewed by woodland animals. You would definitely have questions. Nintendo just expected us to roll with it, and honestly we did. Flying the Arwing still feels surprisingly good. The controls are responsive, the action is fast, and weaving through enemy fire is still amazing.
Yeah, boy.
The only thing more dangerous than Andros is the scenery. Half my lives weren't lost in combat, they were spent introducing the Arwing to wars at high speed. Somewhere in Cornelia, there's a council meeting entirely dedicated to repairing the damage I've caused. Then you've got the amazing squad mates.
Oh, friend!
Slippy spends the entire game shouting, "Fox! Get this guy off of me!" Come on, Slippy mate, I've rescued you so many times, I'm starting to think that this is your actual job. Falco acts like he's the best pilot in the galaxy, despite spending most of the mission crashing into things off screen. And Peppy. Peppy only knows one piece of advice. Do a spinning roll. Laser fire, spinning roll. Incoming missile, spinning roll. Burnt your toast? Well, the answer's still spinning roll. Of course we have to talk about the frame rate. The Super FX chip was doing things no SNes had done before, and you could tell it was giving absolutely everything it had. Sometimes the action is smooth, and the other times it feels like the console is negotiating each frame with a union representative. It's less 60 frames per second and more, "We'll get there in the end, mate, don't worry." The bosses are gloriously over the top. Giant robots, mechanical monsters and bizarre alien creations, all leading up to Andros himself, a giant floating monkey head. Somewhere during development someone must have asked, should we make him terrifying? And Nintendo responded with, well, only if he's an enormous angry monkey. You can't argue with that level of confidence.
I am the one, the way your son don't...
Now, despite its age, the soundtrack is still one of the best soundtracks on any computer game ever made. It does an amazing job of convincing you that these chunky polygons are starring in the greatest space opera ever made. The music is so heroic that you completely forget you're defending the galaxy with a spacecraft that occasionally resembles a folded paper aeroplane. Now, looking back at Star Fox, it hasn't aged perfectly, but that's part of what it is. Yeah, it's slow. Yeah, the graphics are blockier than a box of Lego. But without this game taking such a huge leap into 3D, we might never have had the incredible games that followed. It's ambitious, innovative, endlessly charming, and still great fun to play. It may look like a GCSE geometry project that escaped into space, but it's one of the most important games on a Super Nintendo, and it still earns a massive salute. And there we go, Star Fox on the Super Nintendo, one of the first 3D games to ever get released, and wow, it is still holding up to this day. What a great game. I hope you enjoyed the review, and if you really did, please comment below. And if you enjoyed the game or hated it, comment below. But also, don't forget, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next video.